You do need some haters in your life. Not a life full of haters, not everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, but you do need some haters in your life. You know why? Because haters provide you resistance, and resistance makes you stronger. It may sound counterintuitive. You think a lot of times you need support, you need assistance, you need people to be understanding. Yeah, sure. But there's many times in life that you're not really aware of, that in your heart and your mind and your gut and your soul, you need some resistance, because finally dealing with that resistance and overcoming that resistance is actually what made you stronger. Straight up. Michael Jordan would never have become Michael Jordan if it wasn't for the Detroit Pistons beating the shit out of him. Call it what you want. The Pistons wouldn't have become who they were if it wasn't for Bird and the Celtics putting them in their place. It just is what it is. I'm showing my age a little bit because I'm a young Gen Xer, still in my 40s. Clock is ticking, people. What up, Gen X family? But you get what I'm saying. You need resistance in your life. Now, you do need assistance. You do need help, because no one can do it on their own. You need a village. You need a team in order to really elevate your life and do the things that you're trying to do in life. I struggle with that a lot of times, being a Sigma male, quote unquote Sigma male, because it's so easier for me to go and do certain things on my own as opposed to waiting for a team. But you can only go so far by yourself. You need a team to really go the distance. That's another story. My point being is you need resistance almost as much as you need support. Support can lift you up, right? Pick you back up. Support can lift you a little bit higher. Maybe you're trying to climb the fence, and support gives you that little hand on the butt that pushes you over the top of the fence. Resistance makes it harder. So it's counterintuitive for us to want to deal with haters, for us to want to deal with people who don't wish us well. But you actually need some of them, because they give you resistance, they keep you grounded. They don't let you get too big of ahead of yourself. But it's weird, in keeping you grounded, they give you the fuel to shoot for the fucking stars. And the people who know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. So it's weird. I do some of these videos, I do different other things in my business life, in my personal life. You come across some people that they just not feeling you. You know what I'm saying? You try to be nice, you try to be inclusive, try not to offend anybody, and yet and still you got somebody that's hating on you. You're always going to have somebody hating on you. You cannot please everyone, and please don't try to. Trying to please everyone is a recipe for disaster. That's like trying to make a dish that everyone loves, but everyone ain't gonna love it. And you know what happens? One or two people don't love it, and you're more butthurt and upset that those one or two people didn't love it versus the 90 other people that did, or who were cool with it. So once again, you want assistance. You do need help. You do need support. But it's that resistance, it's those haters that tell you, you know what, that food you made, that dish, it was a little bland. It was a little too salty. You could have added this cream to it. You could have added, these little meatballs to it. You could have, and maybe they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Maybe they were partially right. Maybe they put you on point. You didn't even know that. You didn't even realize it. Thank you for letting me. Think about it. If you had something hanging out your nose, some crust in your eyeball, something around your mouth, and somebody pointed it out to you, are they hating on you? Because they made you feel bad, realizing that, you ain't straight out here? Now, they could do it in a type of way that, yes, they hating on you. They making you feel bad about it. They clowning you. But they got you on point, right? You would have never known that you wasn't together. So sometimes haters can provide that type of role in your life. If you've got just a bunch of people around you who are always telling you how good you look, always telling you, what you say is funny. I've seen this. As a Sigma male, I've seen people become followers and sheep and just tell someone what they want to hear. Sometimes you need people, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, rivals. Sometimes you need somebody to cut into you a little bit and be like, you thought that outfit was cute, huh? That line you said on Old Girl, that shit was corny as hell. Why you be saying corny shit? You need sometimes someone, whether it's friendly or whether they're really hating on you, because it provides a certain resistance. And that resistance makes you work harder. That resistance makes you try to tighten your game up so they can't talk about you. There's a certain type of hating There's a certain type of resistance. I keep calling it resistance because it's really the same thing. It's like lifting a weight. It's like, fighting the water. You know what I'm saying? There's resistance that builds muscle. But there's a certain type of hating, a certain type of resistance where someone's hating on you because you're small time. You haven't proven yourself. You're minuscule. You're nothing out here. And there's another type of hating. They don't let you know this right away. But it's when you're not small time. It's when they actually do either deep down respect you, fear you, think about you, they're worried about you. And so it's relatively easier to build that muscle and deal with that resistance when the hating is them hating on you being small time. Because you know what's the remedy for that? Get your game up. Kobe, you go in the gym, you learn your spots on the floor where you can make that move, where you can make that shot. And now when you go out there, you're getting better. You got something waiting for them. You got a trump card that you hold on to because you've been working, and bit by bit, you're not the scrub. You're not the nobody. You making it happen. You competing out here. And they're going to keep talking stuff, but bit by bit, you're getting stronger. Often when we lift weights, when we're making certain improvements in our life, and especially when they become truly, I often say that change, real change, is two eyes, internal and incremental. It's not real change if it's not internal and it's incremental. Now, internal means it comes from you. Someone didn't make you change, you decided to change. And incremental means not so much that you're consistent, but you keep doing it. You keep trying. So on a certain level, it is about consistency, but it's incremental. When you stop doing it, it's not incremental anymore. So if the change you're trying to make, you were doing it once every 2 weeks, and now it's once a month, and so you're falling off, but you keep doing it, you keep trying it, and eventually that change becomes real. So what I'm trying to say is when people are hating on you, there's the easy change. That's like, just get better. Ignore them. Just keep tightening up. Keep doing the footwork, keep doing the homework, get yourself structurally, you work on the foundation, and after a while, they can't say nothing. Then there's the second type of hating. I'm gonna smoke on this one real quick. Because this is the one it's covert, and your haters will never let you know this, but once you discover this, you're like, oh, I see now. The second level of hate, the second level of resistance is when you actually are getting better. When you actually are making moves, when you actually are worth talking about. So the haters are not going to want to give you your props. They're going to keep hating on you. And for some haters, I make another video about this, so go check out some other stuff in the catalog. Some haters love to hate because that's how they get value. So they have to. Because if they don't hate on someone, if they don't try to make someone else feel miserable, they'll continue to feel miserable. This is a little different. So the second level of hate, like I say, it's really on a certain level them giving you props. Because when you were nobody, they could hate on you in a certain way because you're nobody, you don't matter. But once you actually do matter, and they'll never tell you this, once you actually kind of do matter, it's like, why do my name keep popping up in your mouth? I don't matter, right? So why you keep speaking on me? It's because you do matter. It's because they don't like the success that you're getting, or they want some of it. They wish they could get some of it. They see the progress that you're making. So keep making it. Now, you think that if you just keep on doing it, that even the second type of haters will eventually come around. Most of them won't. I told you they can't, because they have to hate in order to make themselves feel good. This is deeper. This is more about them than it is you. But the way that you beat them is not how you would beat the first level of hate, which was to just get better. The way that you beat that second level of haters is to embrace the hate. Because once you embrace the hate, whatever they're saying about you, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You're right. That is. Subconsciously, they have to acknowledge how they don't stand up. They don't stand up. They're spending so much time pointing at you and what you don't got, what you ain't. And ultimately, it starts to reveal what they ain't. I'll make another video about it. It goes deep. It goes deep with that second level of haters. But you need some resistance. Some people fall off because they got nothing but butt kissers around them. Some people fall off because they don't have someone that can really challenge them on what's real. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a hater, but it does have to be someone that can provide some resistance for you. You need support. You should have people in your team that can pat you on the back. You should be able to pat yourself on the back. But the haters, we hate on ourselves enough. So once we finally overcome our own hate, now I got to deal with the outside world. You need some of those haters. I'm telling you, you do. Because without them, very little progress would you make. I just sounded like fucking Yoda there. What was that? Without them, you're not going to make very much progress because you don't need to. Everything is cool. Everything is copacetic. You need that resistance. Resistance. I used to do, just to kill the video, long time ago, I used to do some boxing training. They used to have me in the water, in the pool, and you know, lakes and stuff like that. Punching, kicking, moving against the water. And it's water. It moves. It's not heavy. Some of the best resistance out there. So it doesn't have to be vicious hate. It doesn't have to be vicious resistance. But we need resistance in our life to get stronger. It's your boy, Diversified. Gen X, baby.